Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with the legendary Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. For Chicago, they'd like to play well to start this season's series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. Hey, Shaq, let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Maybe not a true point guard, learning the position still at this stage of his career, but certainly there are few players as dynamic in the NBA.
Ernie, this guy is the most physically gifted point guard the league has ever seen. Incredible explosiveness to go with stamina and durability. He's a force of nature, Ernie.
What does he still have to learn as a point guard?
As a point guard, he has to learn to get his teammates involved, make his teammates better, and he has to pick and choose when he wants to score. He can't score all the points.
Would you like to have played with Russell Westbrook?
Of course not, Ernie. He shoots too much.
And what would your message to Russell be?
Give me the ball.
Whatever.
I'm a prolific scorer, Ernie.
In fact, the most prolific scorer.
That's right.
Or a prolific MF score.
Yeah, most frequently. Most frequently.
Uh-huh.
It's a children's game, Ernie, most frequently.
Kevin Harlan standing by with the call. Kev.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. For the Washington Wizards, they've come in off a good outing against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Kenneth Faried is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Westbrook in at the one. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Here's Butler. Pass to Monroe. Outside Holiday. The second chance effort. Here's Dang. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Jang's got his team on the board to start the game for the Bulls.
Well, Drew Holiday, part of a basketball family. Of course, he played at UCLA, but both of his parents played at Arizona State.
And here is Butler. Holiday, the pass to Dang. And stolen by Iverson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Back to Iverson. Iverson right side. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what he thought would be the key for them, and he told me dealing with the penetration of Russell Westbrook. He's one of the most explosive athletes in the game. We've got to send him to help and rotate early to deny him finishes at the rim. Guys, that's never easy.
Thank you, Doris. Taken away by Holiday. Here's LeBron, and that one is hammered home.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And Drummond kicks to Westbrook. And that one's good.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. LeBron dishes to Monroe. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Parsons with it. Butler covering. Parsons passes to Iverson. He feeds it to Westbrook. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Other than the big offensive struggles last year, the Bulls were pretty much how they have been the last few years.
Exactly, Kevin. A strong defense with excellent rebounding and togetherness, and just lacked a little offensive firepower.
Wizards trail by 4. In the corner, Parsons with it. Iverson outside. From past the arc. That's good. Iverson's got his second bucket of the night.
To follow up with the Bulls' second in field goal percentage against, and still a top 10 team in rebound.
Holiday against Westbrook. No one near James as he lets it go. Off target with the open look. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Parsons slams it in.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
And as you were saying, I agree. I mean, the Bulls definitely have a philosophy and system as to how they operate and manage the business. It seems as though everyone has bought in, and when that happens, it takes more than a couple of injuries to derail the team. They've stayed the course because they understand who they are and keep the expectations high no matter what circumstance they find themselves in.
Well, Greg Monroe, good size and skill at the power forward position. Loves to operate from the high post where he can make plays for others or attack off the dribble.
The first one falls.
And Monroe is an elusive left-hander. He's great at driving and getting to the basket. Not really an elite athlete, but, well, I tell you, with his size and ball handling ability, he's more than capable.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Chicago. Donald Sloan comes in for Drew Holiday. Then for the Wizards, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Butler comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Iverson. And that one's good by Butler. And Monroe developing his mid-range jump shot, Steve, to complete his face-up arsenal.
Well, he's made strides. I mean, it's a little concerning to see his...
Oh, look out, man! The rim is shaking. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Westbrook, no good.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
No one near James as he lets it go. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
From 13. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Boozer comes in for Greg Monroe. And it's Ben McLemore in for LeBron. Butler on the wing, guarded by McLemore. Butler kicks to Beverly. Vince Carter on the wing. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Here's Hickson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the guy you want to see taking too many free throws. Last season, his numbers among the worst in the league.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
No good on the second free throw. McLemore with the ball. Carter on him. McLemore dishes to Sloan. Tipped away. Carter outside. He's looking for Hickson and finds him. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Wizards. They lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Washington?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
At the 3 and 4, Butler and Boozer. Holiday out there with McLemore. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, down low. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Well, Ben McLemore seen as perhaps a steal when the Kings selected him 7th overall in last year's draft. But his rookie season was a colossal disappointment, defensively and offensively. He really struggled to contribute.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau worked with Clippers coach Doc Rivers in Boston for many years, and they remain close friends, often sharing notes. Rivers said of Thibodeau, "He's the best mind I've ever been around. People keep expecting them to fall, but he holds them together. It's his system, but it's more just his way. He simply doesn't relent, Kevin."
He makes his players believe, Doris. That's something they both share in common. Thank you. And McLemore, an excellent shooter in one season that he had at Kansas.
And you combine that with his athleticism, Kevin, and he's got tremendous upside. That's why he was so highly regarded as a prospect.
Shots good by Boozer.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Craig Monroe. He's checked in for Boozer. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. Well, you look at Allen Iverson, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And it's his explosiveness that jumps right out at you. He exploits gaps in the defense better than any player in the league. If there's an opening, he'll find it.
And the opening doesn't have to be there long, Steve, just a nanosecond. I mean, that's the burst this fella possesses, even a hint of daylight, and he'll be right by you.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They've cashed in on a lot of these second-chance opportunities out there in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight. Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here. Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McLemore, rips down the breakaway slam.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control. Oof.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
And Iverson gets it to go.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 17-5 run here. And a wide-open look for James. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Andre Drummond comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Levine. Out of bounds, Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there. Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. You put it on a platter for him.
He
Gosh,
sure
that was
did.
neat.
And how about the touch on the finish, too? That was really nicely done.
LeBron kicks to Holiday. Blocked. Jang, the pass to Monroe. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in. Jang's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Greg Monroe, 6'11", 250, the ability to play the 4 or the 5 spot, and his combination of size and skill makes him very coveted around the league.
And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Sloan's checked in. The Wizards also changing it up. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Reed. Sewell Butler comes in for Parsons, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Iverson. Wizards trail by 9. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
See some of the numbers here on Patrick Beverley. How his season went last year. Last season put up about 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mozgov, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And it's Butler in for Drew Holiday. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. 5th in three-point field goal percentage, 8th in assists, and they were in the top 10 in opponents' points per game.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range, and I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play, and it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot. I thought he'd make that one. I mean, that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Deflects the pass, and stolen by James. Here's Sloan, knocked loose.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Number 5, the Bulls.
I guess time will tell if they can repeat that level of success from a year ago when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
The Bulls making a switch here. Boozer's checked in, and the Wizards making a change here as well. Carter's checked in. Here's Chicago. They're on a 20-7 run. It's off his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball. Chris Anderson is checked in for Andre Drummond. Boozer dishes to Butler, and Vince Carter picks up the foul.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
Here's Boozer. Washington with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when they met in round 1. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight.
Chicago leading by 10. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there. You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And, you know, this lead is going to grow if they can continue to get to the free throw line.
LeBron kicks to Sloan. Back to LeBron. Looking to get it going. Anderson with the block. Carter left side. Stolen by Boozer. Butler. Shot misses. And that concludes the... Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Wizards. Chandler Parsons out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Iverson in at the shooting guard position. And it's Westbrook missing.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint. And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. The drive by James. Here's Dang. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Butler. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
And the dunk by Faried.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Here's Holiday. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Well, he may just be trying to get a break in the action to clear their heads. You know, a lot of their shots are rimming out. You wonder if their confidence isn't suffering at this point.
I think that's a good time to call a timeout. If a team has a few fall the wrong way for them, just burn a timeout and let them forget about it. Regroup, talk about it, and refocus.
Well, they're passing to LeBron. A beautiful reverse layup. James has got 8 points.
That was an important bucket. They're only 1 of 5 now, so they really had to get their offense clicking.
Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is time to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1, and usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense. Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Tries from 10. Green for 2 points. He's got 10.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Wizards trail by 10.
So many accomplishments in LeBron's career, but one milestone he reached last year, 20,000 points, 5,000 assists, and 5,000 rebounds in his first 800 games played. That's incredible.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Andre Drummond fell to the 9th pick in 2013 on concerns about his passion for the game. 2 years later, he certainly answered those questions and then some. He said, "What's there not to love? You're playing the game that you love, night in and night out. It's a passion game." Kevin, no one questioning his motor now.
The best offensive rebounder in the league, Doris. Thank you.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. Lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
Man, if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly.
Those stats he listed for LeBron.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Here's Butler. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
And the dunk by Faried.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
The feed now to James. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Mozgov, he's checked in for Gorgie Dan. Boozer comes in for Monroe. McLemore's checked in for LeBron. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Drew Holiday. And then for Washington, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Drummond. Rasul Butler comes in for Kenneth Faried. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
The Bulls leading by 12.
It was predicted by many, and I count myself amongst those who felt the Wizards would take a nice step forward and be one of the surprise teams in the East, and they certainly didn't disappoint.
That's good.
Well, it's plays like that, hustle plays on the glass, and then staying with it, being active, it really caused some problems for that defense.
And here's Iverson outside. That's good. Iverson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Wizards guys ended 5th in the conference, and as you guys are talking about, a lot of people called that heading into the season. That was their projection for them.
Well, injuries derailed their 2013 campaign, Kevin, and they just seemed like a team ready to break out, and break out they did. I mean, 33 wins against the rest of the East. He jumped into that playoff picture.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something, a double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
And here comes Parsons leading the fast break. Mozgov with the block. 3-on-3. Sloan dishes to Butler. Passes it to Mozgov.
Wizards foul. J.J. Hickson. That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Now, last season he made good on about 3 of every 4 free throws, so almost exactly 75%.
For the Wizards, Chris Anderson is checked in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Carter in for Allen Iverson. Here's Beverley. It's tipped. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Butler with the ball. Butler covering. That drive by Carter. He kicks it to Beverley. And another miss by Washington. Now here's McLemore. He's got 9. Here's Butler. That's short off the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
They've got LeBron James. Zhang is out there with Greg Monroe. Then it's Holiday, and it's Butler in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. James kicks to Monroe. Kicks it out to James. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 14.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Holiday against Iverson. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And he lobs it up. Chicago grabs the miss. Zhang's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. James right side. And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Greg Monroe.
But an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. That's good, great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Bulls leading by 11, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Drummond's checked in for Anderson. Fareed comes in for J.J. Hickson. Parsons checked in for Rasul Butler. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Carter.
Well, what I really like about Drew Holiday is his cool, calm, collected demeanor on the court. I mean, it doesn't seem like much bothers him. He stays even keel, and that's exactly what you want in the personality of your floor general.
And for Holiday, I think his level-headed demeanor really belies his toughness and competitiveness. You know, at 6'4", he's quick on his feet. He can really give opposing guards problems at that end of the floor.
In Holiday with combo guard size, but he's steadily improved as a passer as he's developed.
You know, the last couple of seasons, how about his assist bit going up to 8 per game? He's still got to cut down the turnovers, but overall, I like his IQ for the game.
All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Fareed goes in. Another one falls for Washington.
And they got exactly what they wanted right there. Really high percentage look.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Holiday kicks to Zhang. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Drummond. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the 3 ball is good. And the Bulls lead by 14.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Parsons against James. 6 on the shot clock. Iverson right side. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, I think one of the stories has been rebound.
Here's LeBron, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got 11 points here in just the second half.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Wizards trail by 16. Westbrook passes to Iverson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 22 points for Iverson.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
LeBron drives in.
LeBron James, so versatile, so incredibly skilled. I don't even know how to define his position. He seems to play all 5 of them during the course of the game.
LeBron James. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You know that old saying, the more things change, the more things stay the same. That applies to Chicago. Once again, they were incredibly tough at home with their defense.
And Westbrook, here we go. Throws it up high. Fareed dishes to Westbrook. Parsons for 3. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And that tough defense by the Bulls here in Chicago, Steve, helped them to 27 wins in the United Center.
Well, a tough defense can stifle a lot of teams, and the Bulls have that for sure. That's been the strength of their club for a long time, and when you add that to this kind of home court advantage, it's a pretty tough combination to beat.
Monroe against Fareed. And the pass to LeBron. Elbow shot is on the way. Jump shot is good that time. James has got 9 points now in the quarter.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
Kicks to Drummond. Back to Fareed. Stolen by Monroe. Westbrook against LeBron. And Butler, here we go. That one rolling around and rims out.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
From deep, Iverson. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
And Holiday kicks to James. To the middle. Here's Dang. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Bulls.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for LeBron James. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Westbrook against Holiday. Westbrook with the bucket.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Holiday goes in. Sweet little floater. And the Bulls lead by 21.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
It's deflected. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and they double up Iverson. Shot clock at 6. Expanding his range. And Drummond kicks to Iverson. Feeds it to Parsons. Back to Iverson. From deep three-point range. Basket good.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.